hello. My name is Tom. This is my wife, Erin. We both had the opportunity to go to Kenya this last summer in 2017, and we wanted to share just a little bit about what took place and what happened. I remember we ended up having actually 2 teams go to Kenya, all part of the same team, and so we had a total of 8. Dan Berger was our 8th, and he actually showed up a little bit later than the 7 of us. But Dwayne, Helly, Aaron, and myself, we had opportunity for the first week to actually travel across the country to the west to visit Kisii and Bungoma. And that left Dan and Cindy Donarico, Mac Freitas, and Elisa Laraway in Kangundo, working with the pastors who were there and also on the college campus. And so I personally, one of the stories that I remember was the first day of travel. We ended up hitting the ground, and then the next day we woke up, we got into a bus with really hard seats, and we traveled, and it seemed like it was one of those unending days. But we saw a ton of beautiful, beautiful country.
My favorite time, as strange as it sounds, would be the time we got attacked by the monkeys. Because that was the most surreal few minutes of...
Where were you?
We were in the game park in Nairobi on our little safari on Tuesday. And most of the time you can't get out of the vehicle because obviously dangerous wild animals, they don't want any interference there. But there are these certain picnic areas where you can get out of the vehicle because, you know, there's still animals, but there's not anything really huge that's going to trample you or anything. So there were these little monkeys, these little gray monkeys about the size of house cats, I would say. And they were cute, you know, they were just all over the place, and we could get about a foot away from them and they wouldn't do anything. We were taking pictures with them and or climbing all over the van and things like that. And then we go to the back of the van to get out our lunches. They got closer and closer. One of them jumped on Cindy and one of them jumped on the rear bumper behind Mac, and we started freaking out, and our friend Gideon took a stick and swung it at them, and they kind of scattered, and they got away with our trash bag, which is just a Ziploc bag with banana peels and napkins in it, so I hope they enjoyed that.
Treasures.
Yeah.
God is doing an amazing work over there. They are so open to the gospel in all the schools. We went into probably 8 different schools during the week. Talked to over, well, close to 2,000, 3,000 kids. We lost count. But it was quite an adventure doing puppet ministry and preaching the gospel through the puppet ministry, but also interacting with the kids and just enjoying their company. It leaves a lasting experience on your heart to interact in that way and to be so welcomed. We also had the opportunity to go into the college, and I was teaching automotive in there. Cindy, my wife, was teaching sewing classes. We take it for granted on how much availability we have on information. Over there, they are just hungry for information on anything and everything. In just teaching automotive, they had 1 repair book. Between the whole class, they had no cars or tools to work on anything, so it was all theory, and so the practical application maybe comes later when they get involved with a shop that has tools. But their desire is to learn more, to do more, and just the love you see of the Lord over there and people is just amazing.
I did, in between the puppet shows, and a lot of the students and even some of the adults had never heard or seen a violin played live before. Some of them had heard it just in a recording, but they were, I don't know, just amazed at it's just totally different from the instruments that they're used to, because they're such a drum based and vocal based, that their music, that's what it is you have someone playing the drum, and then it's kind of a call and response. There will be a caller who will do some sort of line, and then everyone else will respond. That was the way it was in the schools with the traditional songs. That was the way it was in the church, and that was really cool. But to give them something that's a little different was just amazing for them, and it was kind of cool for me to see the reactions, because everyone in America kind of knows what a violin would sound like, but that was new for them.
And they go there to encourage and edify and uplift the pastors.
And they hold Bible studies and different things like that.
Right, at the various churches in these locations. And the love that these men have for these congregations it's just beautiful, and it really reminded me. I felt like we got to see a little glimpse maybe of what the early church was like. With Paul traveling around to his different churches, and the love he had for them, the love that we can see that Paul had for those churches in the letters that he writes them. And I think Makosi said one day something to one of the pastors in Kisi about how he thanks God for them like every day. And I just thought it was really special to be able to see that, and to know that the love of Jesus, it is being spread. Like, we get so caught up in what's going on here, but it is being spread across the world.